Rain poured outside the small suburban home as Lena sat in front of her vanity, putting on lipstick like she was painting a lie. Her husband, Ethan, stood in the doorway, smiling softly. "Big meeting today?" he asked, his voice carrying that quiet, unshakable trust of a man who had no reason to doubt her. She nodded. "Yeah. Meeting." Her voice wavered slightly, but Ethan didn't notice. He kissed her forehead and wished her luck. But Lena's meeting wasn't in some conference roomette, was in a luxurious penthouse suite, with Daniel, Ethan's boss. Daniel was powerful, wealthy, and dangerously charming. Lena had met him at Ethan's company Christmas party, and one dance had turned into late-night texts, and then into something neither could pull away from. Lena had never told Daniel she was married. She said she was seeing someone, but painted Ethan as a neglectful boyfriend she might leave. With Daniel, she felt a live desire, in a way she hadn't felt in years. But every stolen night was a ticking time bomb. Ethan had noticed small changes: Lena dressing up more for errands, her phone lighting up at midnight, her sudden interest in expensive perfume he couldn't afford. He wanted to believe she was just finding herself again, until he found the hotel receipt in her purse, a 5-star penthouse. His heart clenched. He didn't confront her right away. He needed to be sure. And if he was right, he needed to know who. 2 weeks later, Ethan was invited to a major company gala. Lena insisted she had plans with friends, but Ethan begged her to come. She reluctantly agreed. The moment they walked in, Daniel's eyes locked on Lena. He froze. Lena froze, too. She had never seen Daniel and Ethan in the same room before. Ethan turned to introduce her. "This is my wife, Lena." And Daniel's smile faltered. The air shifted. Both men knew something was wrong, but only one knew the full truth. Later that night, Daniel asked Ethan to step into his office. "Ethan, I need to tell you something," Daniel began, his voice heavy. Ethan cut him off. "I already know." Daniel blinked. "You know about Lena?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "I know she's been cheating. I just didn't know it was with you." The silence between them was deafening. Daniel looked down, guilt consuming him. "I didn't know she was married to you. If I had." Ethan's voice cracked. "If you had, would it have stopped you?" Ethan drove home in a haze, replaying every moment of his marriage. When Lena greeted him, he didn't speak. He handed her the wedding ring he'd taken off during the drive. Her lips trembled. "Ethan, I can explain. Explain how you've been sleeping with my boss for months. Explain how you lied to him too." His voice was low, but it cut sharper than a scream. Tears streamed down her face. "I never meant to hurt you. You just wanted more than I could give," Ethan said, stepping back. "And you found it in the one person who could destroy me completely." The next week, Daniel called Ethan into his office again. "I'm resigning," Daniel said. "You don't have to work under me anymore. I'll make sure you get promoted. It's the least I can do." Ethan looked at him for a long moment. "You think this is about work? You think a promotion will fix my marriage?" Daniel's eyes softened. "No, but maybe it can help you walk away from it." Ethan packed his bags that night. Lena stood in the doorway, sobbing. "Please, Ethan, I'll end it. I'll do anything." He paused, the weight of years of love pressing on his chest. Duh. But then he remembered the look on her face when Daniel's eyes met hers at the gala, that spark she'd never had for him. You already did everything, Ethan whispered, closing the door behind him. The screen fades to black as Lena collapses on the floor, her sobs echoing into the emptiness. Trust is like glass. Once shattered, you can try to piece it together, but the cracks will always be there, reminding you of the moment it broke. If this story hit you in the heart, don't just scroll away. Drop A in the comments if you've ever been betrayed, and share your thoughts. Should Ethan forgive her, or was walking away the only choice? Like, share, and subscribe for more emotional, true-to-life love stories that will make you feel every word.